Steve Richards, Q103 Albany, backstage with Corey Taylor from Slipknot. Here at Welcome to Rockville in Jacksonville, the festival season, the loudest month, has begun.
Oh, it's going to be Welcome to Swampville here soon, man. It's insane. It's going good, though. I mean, so far, so good, right?
You said you were hurting a little bit right after the first one at Fort Rock and Fort Myers last night.
Yeah, it was interesting, because we were all so stoked. We're just like, yeah, we've had 7 weeks off. We're ready to rock. And then we get up there, and it's like the humidity, the heat, the flames, and then it's just us anyway. So we're just like, we came off stage going, what the hell just happened, man? But it felt good. It was a really, really good, tight set. Felt really, really good.
So it takes a couple to get back into it, especially in this kind of heat, too.
Yeah, man. Especially with us. I mean, we've always basically, described our set as jumping out of the airplane, and you don't know if the chute's going to open. And that's really what it is. So, I mean, we're standing backstage going, all right, let's see what happens. But it was, the crowd was great. To me, we sounded great. So, I mean, that's all you can ask for.
You've got the festivals, of course. You're going on a tour this summer. You'll be up in Albany at the at SPAC, as we call it, the Saratoga Performing Arts Center, July 31st. We're looking forward to that show.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah. I mean, that whole tour is going to be great. And we got a bunch of really, really great bands, some of which we've toured with before. But it just feels like a good Slipknot tour, and it's been a while since we put one of those together, and it's going to be great.
You guys have been together, 20 years now? 20th year this year.
Yeah. The band itself has existed for 20 years. I've been in for 18. So, I mean, Christ, most people would think about retiring, and we're just getting bigger, it's weird. So, I can say that, Clown is still the oldest dude in the band. So I just want that on record. Clown is the oldest dude in this band. All right? And that's all you need to know about it.
18 years?
Yeah.
I mean, the writing, does it still come easy?
It does when you know what to say. I mean, when I was younger, I had so much that I wanted to say, but I didn't know where to start, So you kind of just throw stuff at the wall and see what happens, And then you get that first album under your belt. You feel good about it. Feel good about the reaction. Kind of surprised by the reaction, to be honest. And then you start going, okay, what else? What else is there? So you slowly start to chip away the stuff that you've been holding on to since you were a kid, and you start getting into more, I don't want to say adult, but more mature stuff. Like what's where you're at now. So your writing is slowly catching up with you. And right now, I feel like I'm more in tune with where my head's at from a writing standpoint than I ever have been in my life, because I start thinking about something and I'm just able to put it down and shape it in a way that it makes sense and it feels good as a song,
The album came out in October.
Yeah.
Working on new material now?
Yeah. We're actually, we've added a couple tunes from the new album. Like we were playing 4. Now it's looking like we're playing 5 or 6. So it's good, It's good to know that the audience is excited for new stuff, because sometimes, a band will put new stuff out and the audience just wants to hear the quote unquote the hits, or the anthems. And with this album, there was so much. There's so many great reactions to so much of the stuff, like AOV. Like people were like, "When are you going to play AOV?" So we rehearsed it, and it's in the set now. Last night was the first time we played it, and people were losing their minds. They were like, "Ah!" Like in the audience, and I'm like, "Whoa, I'm not even that excited to play this song." Like just what is going on here? So it feels good, man, to have that after this long. To have that kind of reaction is a gift,
Let's talk about the Slipknot fans a little bit. What's the wildest thing you've seen in a Slipknot crowd?
Today? Dude, it just seems to keep ramping up, man. The cool thing is we're down here and we're in Florida. And it's, the brutal hot, Not only hot, but humid. You're walking through soup at this point. And I did a signing over for Marshall amps because I've been a Marshall artist for a long time. And almost like every other person had made their own mask and brought it, you know, like had spent the time, put it together, crafted it just so, and knowing that they were going to wear it for the show, you know?
Yeah, man, there is some artwork in some of these masks I'm seeing out here.
Not only some masks, but there's a lot of coveralls out there. Like, and every person I told was like, "You gonna wear it the whole show? Because don't take it off halfway. We don't take them off halfway. You better wear that sucker. You better wear it the whole time." And they're like, "Okay, we will." You know, so it's that it never ceases to amaze me, the dedication. You know, like. That to me is better than one crazy incident, you know, like because that stuff comes and goes, you know, whether it's, you know, people showing up to see us on Valentine's Day with a pig heart in a box, which happened, not in the States either. It was in Holland. We were just like, what are we doing? What did we create here? You know, but I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the longevity stuff that still blows me away, where you know, people, I mean, younger kids, like, you know, 15, 16, you know, who, you know, this is their first taste of Slipknot. They're not like, you know, we're on the second generation now. Yeah. And, you know, they're ready for it. You know, they're like, yeah, I've been waiting. I've been waiting 10 years for this moment. That makes me happy, man. Like, there's nothing better than that.
Did Clown come up with the mask idea originally?
Clown's the one who started wearing it, you know, so we can all blame him, that jerk. He, according to Slipknot lore, because this is before I was in the band, apparently, you know, Clown started wearing his mask, his original clown mask, the BOC, the Big Orange Clown. Started wearing it in practice and just getting into it. So other people in the band just started, you know, bringing a mask and wearing it, and it just became a thing, you know? Like, it just became a way to let go of everything that kind of gets in our way in regular life, and just be able to concentrate on it and just pour everything you've got into it. So when I joined the band, it felt so good to kind of get that and put it on and be able to just let go of everything that people might feel self-conscious about, might hold them back in life. And you put that mask on, and it's like, that's all you can see. That's all you can do, you know?
In the zone. Truly in the zone, yeah.
Oh, it's a hot zone.
Well, Mr. Author, I want to talk to you about your book, too, Corey Taylor. It came out last July. A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven, or How I Made Peace with the Paranormal and Stigmatized Zealots and Cynics in the Process. I love that title.
Yeah. I purposely made it long just to piss off my editor, to be honest. Because they were like, we need a subtitle. I was like, oh, I'll give you a subtitle. I'm like, why does it have to have a subtitle? Why do all books these days have to have a damn subtitle? So my new book, which comes out in July 7th, has an equally weird subtitle that people will trip on. And, hey.
Have you always liked to write?
Yeah, man. I've always loved to write. I've always loved to read. I've been writing a column for a British magazine for 14 years now, and I just love it. You know, I love editorializing. I love, you know, picking a subject and kind of, you know, tearing it apart and then ripping it back to shred. You know, scrutinizing and doing everything. And that's what my new book is basically. It's called "You're Making Me Hate You," and I gotta pull up the subtitle here because I could never remember the damn things. It is. Let's see. Come on. A cantankerous look at the common misconception that humans have any common sense left. And that's,
Great subtitle.
Yeah. Oh, it's good, right? Yeah, it works.
So that's coming out in July.
That comes out July 7th, yeah. And it's funny. Amazon put it up for pre-order with the cover. And I didn't even realize they'd done that. But the fans got wind of it, and they just started sending the cover all over the place. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess the image is out, you know. That's cool when it gets taken out of your hands like that, you know. Like suddenly it's not just yours anymore. It's everybody's. It's theirs, you know. So I'm just stoked I got to write 3 books, let alone 1. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Differences and challenges between songwriting and writing a book full length.
You know, the cool thing. I mean, there's cool stuff about both. You know, like when you're writing a song. Whether you're worried about rhyming or anything like that, you're trying to boil down the focus and kind of get it that perfect 3 minutes 30 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes, and really tell the story or get across what you're feeling. You know, with a book, you can kind of just throw up into the computer, like as I'm prone to say half the time, and. There's no limit, you know. You can just kind of go and go and go and go, and you don't have to worry about it. For me, it's all math, to be honest. You know, they want so many words per book. So that's so many words per chapter. And then I just write until I'm over that limit, and then that's okay, next chapter, you know? I mean, it's really that easy. So for me, the challenge comes in holding myself back and making sure that I'm not kind of all over the place, and then I come back and it's like, so that's how you make a bunny into a bag, you know, or something weird like that, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's not really a challenge. It's just me kind of, you know, branching out into those interests that I still have.
Corey Taylor from Slipknot, getting ready to go on stage here at Welcome to Rockville. We will see them in Albany, Saratoga Performing Arts Center, July 31st. We are looking forward to that.
Yeah, we are too. So
thanks so much, man.
You're welcome, man.
All right, Steve Richards on Q103.